All right, fellow romantasy lovers, I've been waiting to talk about this one because it completely took my weekend. The epic romantasy finale, Dawn of Chaos and Fury by Melissa K. Rorick, is finally here. And if you're into anything Book Talk is raving about right now, you need this. This is the fourth and final book in the Legacy series, a dark romantasy packed with fae, dragons, shifters, vampires, witches, meddling gods, you name it. And what I love about this world is that it's not your typical medieval fantasy backdrop. Think high fantasy meets modern tech. Magic everywhere, but people are still texting, driving, dating, using computers. It gives big Crescent City vibes in the best way. And honestly, I got so pulled into the emotional roller coaster. The heroine is dealing with depression and anxiety, and the way the story handles her mental health made the stakes feel so real. Plus, the tropes. Fated mates, morally gray chaos, one bed, touch her and die. It's basically a Book Talk bingo card of everything we love. Now, if you haven't read the series yet, this is the series finale, so don't start here. But the good news, all 4 books are out now, and they make such a great gift for that friend who is constantly reading romantasy and keeping up with every online book trend. Dawn of Chaos and Fury is on sale now, available for the first time as a Kensington trade paperback and ebook. So grab your copy and dive into the chaos. You can find Dawn of Chaos and Fury by Melissa K. Rorick wherever books are sold in print and in ebook.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. It's me, Julie, here to kick off this year in true dating fashion because this Sunday is Dating Sunday, the busiest day on dating apps. To kick off this year right, I'm going to give you 7 tips to prepare not just for this day, but for the next couple of months where app usage is at its peak. Sundays see higher swipe activity overall all year round, but this activity magnifies now until mid-February due to New Year's resolutions pushing people to put love first. Just look at these stats. Tinder saw a 22% increase in messages, 18% increase in likes, and 19.4 minutes faster response times compared to other Sundays. Match saw up to a 70% surge in new subscribers, and Hinge saw a 27% rise in likes and 29% in messages. The reason Dating Sunday is so popular is that people enter it mentally prepared for connection. They're reflective, hopeful, and ready to meet someone new. The good news is while this activity is at a max on January 4th this year, the momentum really lasts all the way to mid-February, right before Valentine's Day. So if you're listening to this after Dating Sunday, it's not too late to still try these tips. So how do you maximize this time of year? I'm going to outline 7 tips I'd recommend as someone who is a former app designer that's been studying modern dating trends for the last decade, and also as someone who met their husband on Hinge. Number 1, set intentions before you dive in. This is so important because new year, new energy. It's important to get crystal clear of what you're actually looking for and be honest with yourself before you start swiping. That's going to really depend what app you focus your attention on. So clarify whether you're looking for something serious, casual, or open to both. So first off, pick one app to focus on that's most aligned with your intentions. There is no need to overwhelm yourself with the many. Just find one app that you can go to consistently that you find the most manageable. For me, it was Hinge. Look, it's still a dating app, so it's not going to be the most fun you've ever had on the internet, but I also didn't despise using it. If you're coming from that place, that energy of absolutely hating dating apps, then it's worth a larger reset because the energy you put in attracts the energy you get out. Number 2, refresh your profile like you're starting a new chapter. While I don't think you need to spend hours and hours making your profile the best ever, you do need to make sure that you're getting enough people that are aligned, that are people that you would actually consider meeting in your pipeline. So it's important too, as you're starting this new year, to update your best photos. Make sure that you have clear headshots and lifestyle pics. Try to remove the group shots and focus yourself in many different scenarios that show who you are and what a life with you could look like. Make sure to rewrite your bio to show who you are now and not who you used to be because, it does change over time, and new year, the best time to start fresh. And make sure to also highlight what you actually want in a relationship. Again, people want to see who you are, but they want to envision the life life with you. So it's really important that you put this out there in a way that feels clear. You do not need to spend hours and hours fine-tuning your dating profile. It really just needs to be good enough, but it's worth a reset at the start of the year. So get someone to look it over, either a friend. Photofeeler.com is a great resource, not sponsored, but it should be. We also do dating profile reviews at dateablepodcast.com/programs to make sure you're conveying yourself in the best way possible that feels authentic and you're not missing any obvious things of why people are not swiping on you. Trust me, we've seen a lot before. You do not need thousands of matches from your dating profile, but you should be at least getting enough matches to have some options of people to talk to. I know some people will say that I get absolutely no matches, but I challenge that and wonder if there's a mismatch of expectations. We'll save that for another time because there's a whole discussion there, but we do get into it quite a bit in our book, How to Be Dateable, in a podcast episode we did called the 80-20 Rule of Dating Apps. I'll link those in the show notes. Number 3, craft messages worth responding to. Make sure to open with questions tailored to their profile and avoid generic hey statements or anything that feels extremely low effort. Make them want to reply to you. You can use humor, curiosity, or value-based intros. For example, I noticed you love travel. What's the best trip you've taken? It can be that simple. You really don't have to spend hours analyzing people's profiles or coming up with super witty questions. A little effort goes a long way. Maybe pick 1 to 2 starters you tend to see come up frequently on profiles you match with. For example, travel or food are always good wide spectrum ones. And come up with a question or two you can have at your disposal. Number 4, update your profile and prompts for easy convo starters. Answer prompts with specificity that invites follow-up questions. And at least one prompt with an open loop that invites them to share their thoughts or have a friendly debate. Swap about me prompts for about us energy. People are more interested in understanding what a life with you could look like. Number 5, use the peak evening window strategically. Prioritize being active on your dating app of choice between 7 to 10 p.m. every Sunday, even if it's the only day you log in. Save your best swipes and messages for the evening and plan to be present, not mindlessly swiping, and actually engage. I love making this a ritual. Grab a glass of wine. What else are you really doing on a Sunday evening? And make it a thing. Enjoy it. Have it be something you look forward to. You do not need to be attached to your phone all day, every day. In fact, I highly recommend removing the app notifications and really limiting the amount of time that you are checking and are constantly engaging. When I was dating the last time around, I just dedicated Sunday evenings to talking to new people. Rest of the time, I was not on the dating apps. I was just living my life. Number 6, prepare follow-up plans. Move to texting after you exchange enough back and forth messages or end the convo with your number. If you are concerned about giving out your number, get a Google Voice number because this is what takes the engagement and moves it along. If you're just endlessly on the dating apps, your messages are going to fall into the texting black hole. You will not ever see this person again. So make sure to move it along and feels like some momentum is building. You can also be ready to suggest a low pressure next step, whether it's a short call or even an in-person meetup. Choose a day you'll keep open for follow-ups in the days after Sunday too, because the worst thing is if you're doing all this, but you don't actually have the ability to meet up with someone. I made sure to keep Wednesday evenings as a go-to date day, or if I didn't have a date, I do a phone call or schedule a video call or go somewhere to socialize with friends to potentially meet someone. I religiously did not schedule dates on Friday nights because I wanted to make sure that time was spent with friends, so I'd have guaranteed connection and I would keep my cup full. I didn't want to go on back-to-back dates on the weekends and feel like I was devoting my whole life to dating. And number 7, this one might be the most important but most overlooked. Reset your energy. Before you log in to the dating app of choice, take 15 minutes, affirm what you're offering to come from a place of confidence. Write out 3 things you genuinely want in a connection and remind yourself that you're engaging from strength and not desperation. Again, energy attracts energy. This part may be the most important of all. There's a lot of negativity around dating apps, but the reality is that they are still the number one way people meet and find their person. 1 in 10 partnered adults in the US met their significant other through a dating site or app. For those under 30, the number is even higher at 1 in 5. Dating Sunday isn't about getting the most matches on one day. It's about setting the tone of how you'll date this year. If dating felt hard last year, that doesn't mean that this year will be the same. The new year is a restart. So if you're on the apps today, don't rush, but don't hide either. Show up like someone who trusts their judgment and move like someone who's done circling the same lessons. And if you want help preparing for this next year of dating, from your profile to your mindset, make sure to stay subscribed on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever podcast platform you use. And follow us at DATEABLE Podcast on Instagram. Let us know how it goes. Happy Dating Sunday.